Hey guys, before I start into this video, I just want to say let's keep the positivity of this channel rolling. Positive thoughts, maybe some prayers, all that type of stuff. We pray that this thing is going to still run good after we put diesel back into it. Hey, good morning everyone. We have got a little bit of a situation here. We've got a 2002 Ford F-350 one-ton dually with the 7.3 diesel motor in it, and it was filled up with 17 gallons of gasoline just yesterday, and it was driven about 30 miles before it was parked. So we're gonna go take a look at it right now. We're gonna see if the engine is gonna make it. We're gonna see how it does. We gotta drain the tank shortly. Come along with me for that. I'm Justin, welcome to Two Stall Garage. You're out here with me, right buddy? Did you get your waffle? Nice, man. I grabbed our pump. This is a 95 PSI pump that I got from O'Reilly quite a while ago. Connected up to our battery, of course. I grabbed this just in case we gotta cut some fuel lines. And I grabbed some fuel lines. We're gonna pump this fuel mixture out. 17 gallons of gas. I think this holds around 35 gallons, something like that. I could be off by a couple. The report is that after the 30-mile trip, there was nothing noticed as far as the truck running rough. It was idling just fine. After that, it was shut off. There was no smoke coming from the exhaust or anything like that. It didn't sound goofy. These 7.3s got quite a bit of noise coming from it, obviously, in the first place. So if there is something wrong, it could be hard to tell. Hey man, you ready to go rescue a pickup truck? Should we go fix it?
Yeah.
All right, give me a thumbs up. Right on. Let's go, Moose.
Let's go.
All right, see you in just a couple minutes. All right, guys, so we're here, we're on site. Spared you the details of just getting the Jeep unloaded here and hooking stuff up, but I'm going to show you what we got going on. You didn't want to have to take the tank down. Tank was full up, topped off. This is what we got going on. We've got the 95 PSI pump from O'Reilly. It's just a very generic brand, M105023. And for whatever reason, they've got the flow coming out by the contacts here. This is about a 4.5 to 5 foot hose going in the tank. Went all the way down in. Thankfully, the majority of this is diesel. You can tell by the color. 17 gallons pumped into that tank, 30 miles driven, 7.3 liter diesel engine, and we're hoping that everything is okay on it. Got our lead cord coming down, and just a couple of contacts here on the diesel Jeep Liberty. Good job, Nightmare Liberty. Like I said, this thing is plumb full. So we are obviously going to work on disposing this. We're looking up hazard waste disposal. We're going to make sure we go that route. What we're doing is we're just getting it pumped into here, and we're going to use the pump and we're going to drain it into tanks, you know, just your carry-on diesel fuel jugs, so that way we can take that and dispose of it appropriately. Make sure you do that. Don't dump it into the ground. Looking up here, you got your vent hose, you got your intake for the tank, your nozzle hose, whatever you want to call it, comes right down here into this tank. We're parked on a little bit of a downhill slope going this way. Front of the tank is right there. Rear is right here by the tires. So I think we're going to get a majority of this out. I don't know offhand how many gallons this holds, 40 something like that. We're just going to get as much as we can out of it. Thanks for being here. We're going to keep going, and we're going to end up putting more diesel in this. We're going to start it up, see how it does. I'm going to bring you along for that ride. We were looking for a lift pump when I turned on the key. This right here, this solenoid, was making a bunch of noise. I don't know if that's normal. It must be. Will the truck live to play another day or many days? Personally, I think it's going to be okay. Let's watch this fill up. Okay, well, we're still moving along. I had to interrupt the time lapse of the bucket filling up because I had to pull this out a little bit. We were hitting the bottom. It must be doing the loop-de-loop on the bottom side. This is where we're at. You can see the level right there. Somewhere between 15 and 20 gallons so far. We haven't checked the fuel gauge, but we will. Beautiful day. It's fall. Started off in the, I don't know, 40s today, 50s. We got some nice temps right now, so this is good. I'm just going to keep holding on to the pump, keep filling this up. We'll let you know how far we get before we're sucking air. Okay guys, we're done siphoning it now. Got the cap closed. Truck is reading empty. This one is full up to here. That's got to be about 4.5, 5 gallons. I'm not sure what the capacity is on that one. Fill levels up here. This one's down around here. That one is full up to about right there. And the big reveal of how much we've got in this 32-gallon trash can. Right up at the top. Little pump from O'Reilly worked really good. And so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put the cover on this. We're gonna go ahead and get the diesel put into the truck here. So we're not gonna start it up at all. We pushed it over here with Dad's tractor. And so we're in the backyard, any hoser. We're gonna run some diesel through it, bring it along for the startup. And then once we have diesel run through it a considerable amount, then we're gonna go ahead and replace that fuel filter, which probably won't bother showing you that, but you get the idea. Let's see how this thing runs. We're just out here having a good day. What do you do? Well, I gotta show you guys something that I found on the Nightmare Jeep Liberty. If you've been here before, you know that we got this Jeep Liberty. It's the 2.8 liter VM Motory engine turbo diesel. And these things have a well-known history for head gasket failure because of the torque to yield bolts that come with them from factory. So pay no attention to the PCV valve leaking oil. Pay attention to this. Cold fill is right here, and look at how low it is. So I've been planning to replace the head gasket on this, do a timing kit, do ARP head studs, all that type of stuff. But I don't want to do it quite yet. Presently at home we have the 2012 Passat TDI with the leaky head gasket, probably. And now we've got this one joining the party. We just replaced the green one 30,000 miles ago. We got a 2005. It's the head gasket cemetery. Are you ready?
Yeah, good thing is we fixed Mom's air. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. It happens. Don't worry about it. These things happen. They happen to us. See you guys up on the hill. Actually, we'll be back down here with the new diesel. Well, we're at the fuel stop, guys. Here we go, putting in some good old number 2. And then I think we're ready. Positive thoughts. 17 gallons were dumped into the tank by accident. Well, we got the new fuel going in, as you can see. Good stuff. This truck has been really well taken care of. So we really want it to last, obviously. We'd want it to last if it wasn't well taken care of. Well, to a point. But I think it's got like 206,000 miles on it. Maybe how many miles does this have on it, Dad?
138 to 140.
Ah, 138 to 140, so a lot less. It's got the nice plastic lining on the box. It's got some rhino lining right here. Inside is very nice. Just all in all, a nice pickup. No bad smells in here or anything like that. Headliner is good. Nice shape. You see a lot of these that are wrecked, or the interiors are just shot. Those plastic dashes, all those vents, that type of stuff gets broken pretty easily.
What are we at? Quarter hair, just a half a needle above a quarter of a tank. So we went all the way from below the E with no fuel with 10 gallons, brought us from no fuel to just a half a needle above the line. So
Above a quarter.
So
we got it sucked down quite a bit.
Yeah, so basically it takes almost 10 gallons a quarter.
All right, we're gonna start it up. Yep, might as well start it up. We're gonna see if it keeps running here because we did drain down the fuel head and top above the engine bay there. Smoke, nothing like that. It's running nice and smooth right now. Is there going to be lingering effects from this? There's possible. It's hard to say. We're gonna let it run for a little while. You know, it's obviously gonna have a little bit of that diluted diesel in there, because even though we were siphoning it, we couldn't get every last drop out of there by any means. We got it real low. This is the 4-wheel drive truck. Looks like a 2-wheel drive the way it's sitting there in the leaves. That's it. We're gonna take it for a drive down the road here in a moment. It would just be a shame for this thing to have extra wear on it. Be interesting to know if that high pressure fuel pump should have the CP3 fuel pump in it, if that incurred any damage, or if the injectors incurred any damage. 30 miles plus with 17 gallons of gasoline in it. That is not what a guy or a gal wants to happen with their Ford 7.3 dually 1-ton pickup truck. And there's no check engine light, nothing like that. It was going up into the high idle there for a second, kicked it down. Everything seems to be okay at the moment, but I'm a little hesitant. Just want to hold my breath. Maybe you guys can hold yours for us. Just idling right now, of course, as we drive this thing around to the front. Sounds healthy. Hard to believe that the Jeep CRD, the Nightmare Jeep Liberty, has a leaky head gasket, but at the same time it's expected. So I don't drive this truck very much. Mom and Dad do, so I don't know what sounds like what. It sounds good to me. I'm gonna let it idle, go inside and see if Dad wants to take it for a drive, or if he's just gonna let it idle. Stand by. Okay guys, it's been about 30 minutes and this thing is still idling good. It sounds perfect. So Mom and Dad are gonna take this thing on a trip right now. They're gonna go about 60, 70 miles and we're gonna see how it does. And I'm gonna let you guys know, but it's not gonna be in this video. We'll do a follow-up video about 3 weeks, maybe a month from now, let you know how it's doing. 17 gallons of gas inside the 7.3 diesel. I'm eating an Oreo cookie, gluten-free by the way. I appreciate you guys for being here so much. These things can survive taking them on a trip 30 miles with 17 gallons of gasoline in it, and it survived, thankfully. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you next time. From our garage to yours. Bye-bye.